Hello everyone, it's Lynn taking you through the passage today, which is Luke 13 verse 31 to Luke 14 verse 6 on Tuesday the 4th of August. Have any of you ever been to see a pantomime? I used to go quite often when I was a child, and I've been as an adult as well. There's always a bad guy in the pantomime, and when he comes on stage, the audience are encouraged to boo and hiss appropriately. In the first part of today's passage, such a bad guy makes an appearance. His name is Herod. I have to admit, the Herod who came into my mind first was the one who would now be referred to as King Herod the Great. He features in the birth story of Jesus and definitely qualifies for the role of bad guy. There is, of course, the episode with the Magi, or wise men, when after meeting them, he gave an order where all the male infants under 2 in the area were eliminated. A big massacre. And this was because the wise men managed to avoid coming back to see him, having been warned, and therefore he did not get a chance to kill baby Jesus. Apart from that, this guy apparently went on to execute members of his own family, including some of his sons and one of his wives, so definitely a bad guy. But it was not this Herod who Jesus refers to as that fox in today's passage. Herod the Great had 2 sons from different wives who were both referred to as Herod, and they were both rulers in different parts of the area. This Herod is Herod Antipas, and he was another good fit for the bad guy label. He married his half-brother's wife, a lady called Herodias. Yeah, gets confusing. There's a lot of Herods. He had John the Baptist executed, and it looks like he was looking to kill Jesus as well. Despotic, cruel leaders full of greed and full of themselves. Reading about the Herods made me think of a number of world leaders around today, and some from the recent past. Sometimes it feels like God is not doing anything about all the injustice. I can sympathise with David in the psalm where he says, this is Psalm 10, "Why, O Lord, do you stand far off? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble?" Back to Luke 13. How does Jesus respond to the news that Herod wants to kill him? Well, of course, that's no surprise to him. He knows that it's all in the plan. He will eventually go to Jerusalem, a city whose people he loves, despite its history of mistreating those who God sends to them. The plan, of course, involves his brutal death, an apparent victory for the bad guy. His subsequent resurrection then sets in motion the greatest victory of all, the defeat of Satan and all that is evil, and an invitation to us to join in his kingdom forever. In this passage, Jesus seems to be bantering with the Pharisees. He's showing no fear of the future. He has no fear of Herod or anything the wily fox might try to do. I've been thinking while preparing today's passage how much I am affected by the evil that goes on in the world today, just as it did when Jesus was alive. Do I respond with fear and anxiety? Or am I able to look at the bigger picture? Jesus has won through his death and resurrection. I can trust in him. It's okay to boo and hiss at the bad guys. I don't need to fear them. Do you? See you tomorrow.